Howdy everyone, Runt9 here, and welcome back to Runt9 Plays Nova Drift. We just had an incredible run, and I had started up another one with the adrenaline that was rocking, and I accidentally took shielded constructs for an architect mine run, and as I'm sure you know, that is not a good idea. But we're going to do the same thing that I was working on, actually. So Grenade was also buffed by the same patch that buffed Salvo. I believe it increased blast radius and damage a little bit. So I'm very interested in seeing what that does. And so last week we did a fairly traditional grenade run. This week what I want to do is an architect grenade mortar run. I think mortar grenades are a lot of fun. They aren't really that great, but they end up being a ton of fun. So we are going to need architect here. There's architect. I mean, an early heavy caliber is kind of hilarious, but not what we're looking for. There's mines, and why not go for minefield is actually perfectly okay as well. Decreases the blast radius and lets us get mines out there that much faster. Now, the main benefit of minefield for not architects is it allows you to throw out all of your prepared mines at once, which is why it has the debuffs that it does, but it is still good on architect mortar runs because of the increased assembly speed, getting rid of a lot of the problems that you have with the self-damage that you would take by... Sorry. Got getting a little lost in myself there. Basically, you take a lot of self-damage if you run out of mortars, and you don't have that problem if you have enough mines. And so the increased construction speed is actually really good. We also got Mine Specialist. That's a great one. Retribution, great pickup. Elegant Construction, start working on Overseer. Honestly, like, we can pretty much just spam our mines at this point. We don't have much of a reason not to, because they will work as expected. How about you don't and say you did? I don't want you to shoot me. Polar Inversion is a great pickup. I will grab that. So not going to grab shielded constructs again. I will only make that mistake once, hopefully. Why don't we continue re-rolling until I get something good? Didn't get there. We'll try to go for Gemini Protocol. Self-destruction is what I want to get to Overseer. Increased blast radius, obviously important on any grenade run. And increased projectiles is something that I'm not against on a grenade mortar run. So, you know, grabbing things like Twin Strike or maybe dipping into the volley tree, although that gets a little spicy. We could go projectile targeting and pick up convergence, but more projectiles does A, increase the pretty colors, and B, just make things more fun, in my opinion. Magnitude, obviously important. Payload, obviously important. Antimatter rounds and singular shot, I believe, are both going to be good for us. Lots of damage taken there. We are going to want to get to Essence Sap pretty quickly. Polar Inversion already doing great stuff for us. Oof. The only problem is I've got this, not like crick, but just kind of sharp pain below my shoulder blade when I get a little bit too intense in Nova Drift. Just spam? Yeah, that works. We are going to want charged mines as well. Something to pick up. So there's Overseer. Our mines are in a good spot, so there's Splinter. I'm not too worried about Overseer, like, ruining anything. That means that we should be getting Mortar pretty soon. Unless the game decides to be a punk with its RNG. There's mortar. We're good to go. This run can start popping. Now you can see, it's not like we do a bunch of damage right now. But now we can start focusing on survivability and pumping the damage up. Not going to go concentrated blast right now, but it is a decent idea. Antimatter rounds does increase projectile size. I think this is a reroll. You know what? Armor stacks are always good. I don't really care for any of these though. But yeah, we'll grab adaptive armor. That's fine. And we have more mines than we know what to do with, so spamming is not a problem. We can spam to our heart's desire. Look, we got 14 up there, and they are built super fast. So really, it's just a matter of getting to the point where, ideally, we have charged mines as well. And that does add a lot of extra damage, especially with grenades. I'll spam on that dude a little bit. Our mines regenerate so quickly. I'm glad I took that advice. I don't remember who said it, but somebody pointed out that, by the way, if you're gonna do mortar runs, even with Architect, it's a good idea to grab forget the name of it now. Minefield. Minefield ends up actually being a really big benefit. Shield durability. You know what? I will actually grab a Twin Strike here. Although Heavy Caliber is better than Twin Strike. Who am I kidding? Yeah, we need to start working on Terminate and Essence Sap. That's obviously our main form of survivability. You know, Essence Sap, Gemini Protocol, it's just the way that I like to do builds. You know, we'll mix it up from time to time, but for the most part, that's what you're going to see. I find it to be, for me, the most effective and brainless way to survive. So I can really just focus on shooting and trying to dodge. It covers for a lot of my mistakes, too, is the thing. All right, so what do we want to do to put out as much damage as possible? Rebuke does get us closer to core shielding, but I'll grab Concentrated Blast, and we'll just get in there and spam. We have a bunch of mines ready, so just spam and we're good to go. That worked out just fine. All right, so far so good. Again, you can see, like, based off of that, our damage is not where it needs to be, but we'll get there. Okay, that's a Celestial. I don't like this. Just spam. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta spam. There we go. High Explosive is a great one. And then more Heavy Caliber or Rate of Fire will increase the number of grenades that come out from the mortar. So that's also a pretty good pickup. But yeah, more Heavy Calibers is going to be one of the primary points of emphasis. I love polar inversion on grenade runs. All right, what do we got? Okay, Terminate, obviously very important. And then there's Charge Shot, so that'll help us get towards charged mines. At this point, what do we really want for this build? And I don't have a good answer for you. Obviously, Heavy Calibers are really important. We're going to need some survivability, like getting to Essence Sap is kind of a big deal. I mean, Revelation, I'm going to take that without even thinking about it. Because if we can triple down on a heavy caliber, I'm also not against tripling down on a twin strike, having more grenades, but I think that tripling down on heavy caliber is much better for grenade runs. The lowered rate of fire doesn't matter at all when you do 30% more projectile size and damage. You can see why I love polar inversion. It just pulls them right into the center of the explosion. Makes them take so much extra damage. We're spamming quite a lot. Need to be careful not to run too far over. Would we like to purge all of these? And honestly, I think the answer is yes. That's going to give us some rerolls back. Be careful with your spam. Keep an eye on the top left while you're doing it. Being able to spam down bosses is really effective. I mean, it gave us a Twin Strike and Essence Sap and Antimatter rounds. I think that Essence Sap is the most important here. Antimatter rounds will still be there when we get back. And again, I think that with Revelation, I'm going to go for Heavy Caliber over anything else. It's just too good on grenades. There's something off the screen. Nope, it's just sending a wave of asteroids at us. No biggie. All right, we are definitely taking some self-damage. Gotta be careful with that. Focus on getting out of the singularity. Why not grab Rupture or Hull Strength? Rupture is a good one. All right. So basically, next time we see heavy caliber, we're going to take a heavy caliber, and I do think we want to avoid projectile velocity. I mean, it is nice to be able to have your grenades make it to their target consistently. I'm playing really poorly right now. Just spam him. Oh, goodness. Okay, it died, thankfully. That was a little bit scarier than it probably should have been. And so this is like not a top tier build. It's a lot of fun and it, you know, ooh, pretty colors, but it's definitely not like super strong. I know I said that kind of last time, but I think this one you're kind of seeing why it's really not a top tier build. Shield cooldown, I mean, definitely an important survivability pickup. Just spam it. We need more damage. We need that triple heavy caliber. So I realize the commentary's been a little bit weaker on this one. You know, just got a lot going on today from a you know, recording perspective. I did the first co-op stream or co-op Sunday over on my Twitch channel, and so that required a lot of work. I didn't even realize we were at Seraph levels. Okay, there's our triple heavy caliber just in the nick of time too. So honestly, like, just spam. Dodge the lance and spam. Okay, we tanked a lance. Don't take lances. Don't scratch your face in the middle of a Seraph fight. All right, so we almost died there, and we still might die unless Essence Sap saves us here. But that was a clutch heavy caliber pickup. That saved us. That, like, legitimately, I don't think we were beating the Seraph without that. All right, take a breather for a second. Antimatter rounds, good pickup. The flat damage isn't that big, but the increased projectile size is just continually helpful. The only problem with doing this right after a salvo run is you do kind of have to aim the mortars. We haven't gotten charged mines yet, I just realized that. That would also be a nice pickup. Oh crap. Took that damage right on the face. Very dumb damage. I'm actually going to have to take a break after this one. I don't think I'm going to record all 3 Nova Drift episodes today, because I still needed to get a Runt9 looks at and Runt9 reviews recorded, and you know, make sure you check those out. Gonna be some good ones this week. And I'm gonna need a break. Probably should eat something, maybe even have a little bit of tea, although it's 8 o'clock and I did not realize how late it was. My goodness. All right, for a jug, just spam him. We've got a bunch of mines in the ready, in the queue. Good kill. Okay, Max Hull is a very positive pickup. I mean, I'm gonna take Obsession. I realize that it's ultimately a survivability decrease, but at this point, if we can double down on every single heavy caliber we get, I'm a very, very happy man. At this point, it's basically like, if I see a heavy caliber, I'm taking it. Okay, let your mines recharge. Don't go too crazy. I would like charged mines. Like, I'm surprised we haven't seen it pop up in the queue. Corrosion is also something that I, you know, pick up on most builds, and it definitely works well on this with how many times you get hit, or you hit enemies. So yeah, go ahead and grab Candescence. Get ready for a corrosion pickup. Yeah, you can tell just like my mind isn't working at peak efficiency right now, so I need to take a break, eat something. I will need to put in the Runt9 looks at video tonight, but I think I can knock out Runt9 reviews tomorrow, so not that you guys need to necessarily know my recording schedule. It's a little peek behind the curtain, but you know, just kind of how letting you know how things are going. I'm just tired. Good stuff. That was a nice kill. I feel like our shield cooldown is still in a bad spot, and so like twin strikes would be detrimental to our survivability. Definitely just spam the Celestials down. I do not want to deal with them for very long. The bright and pretty colors are so much fun, though. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, we got past wave 100. I will upload this one to YouTube. I apologize for how bad this ended, but we got sandwiched between 2 baby jugs and I just didn't react fast enough. So that's gonna have to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your feedback, likes, dislikes, comments. Also subscribe to see more videos like this and some other cool stuff. First looks, reviews, that type of stuff. In addition, at Runt9 Plays on Twitter, check out the link tree in the description below. Has a link to the community Discord, and twitch.tv/Runt9 Plays. I do some streaming over there currently 5 days a week. Make sure you go check that out as well. But until the next episode, I'm Runt9, and I will see you later.